How's it going, everyone? Mega Masher is back, and in this video, we are going to be reviewing Goodra. I have been very much looking forward to reviewing this Pokemon. Like, what the hell do you call a Pokemon that is cute as hell, bulky as fuck, and has a move pool that is deeper than the Atlantic Ocean? I'll tell you what kind of Pokemon that is, a fucking good one. And I'm going to demonstrate that in this video with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets that I've come up with. 7. That is amazing. So, enough talk. Let's get right into the video. Woo! So here it is, Goodra. Told you it was cute. Oh, he looks kind of pissed off here. Uh, probably just finished blowing someone back about 50,000 feet. So, the typing that it gets, Dragon. It's a pretty solid monotyping due to the fact that you have a weakness to Ice, Dragon, and Fairy, which doesn't seem all that solid, but for resistances, you get Fire, Electric, Water, and Grass. Oh, and this thing also gets Sap Sipper, which means that it gets an immunity to Grass, and not to mention that you get a +1 attack boost every time you get hit with a Grass-type move. So that means that all them spores, all them sleep powders, yum, 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 just eating that shit up and getting that attack boost up and just ready to smack you and blow you back however many feet that it takes to blow you back. So, speaking of Sap Sipper, that happens to be its first ability, which I have already just covered. The next ability gets Hydration. Hydration is a solid as hell ability to use in rain. That basically means that if you get inflicted with any form of status, well, guess what? Hydration activates and you are status free, which is absolutely amazing. And then the last ability it gets, Gooey. Gooey is such a funny and unique and effective ability as well, in which if a Pokemon was to make contact with you, they lose one stage of their speed. So that is hugely advantageous for you, considering you're not the fastest Pokemon, but you're definitely bulky and can take hits. And speaking of bulk, holy shit, look at this. It has 90 in the HP, has 100 in the attack, 70 in the defense, not bad. 110 in the special attack, and hello? 150 in the special defense? What the hell? Holy shit, that's awesome. Oh man. If you threw an assault vest on this guy, which is an item that boosts your special defense by 50%, you're running over 500 special defense. So that is just amazing. And I guess at 80 speed, I mean, it's okay. You're not the fastest, but you know, with Gooey, it kind of mitigates that in a way. In terms of Pokemon making contact with you, they may be able to outpace you the first turn, but if you ran some speed investment, you'd be able to outpace them the next turn more likely than not. So, with that being said, let's get into the most epic part of the video, and that is presenting to you these 7 set ideas right here, right now. So with this first set here is a set that is most commonly used in battle, and with good reason. It is very effective in what it does. So the item for choice for Goodra is going to either be Assault Vest to lock you into offensive type moves only, but boost your special defense by 50%, or we can go with Choice Specs to lock you into one move, but boost your special attack by 50%. And you couple that with the power from Draco Meteor, you're going to be fucking some shit up big time. It's really up to you. Do you want more durability or more power? As for the ability, we can either go with Gooey to allow you to be sort of like a deterrence from any physical attackers, because they don't want to be losing that speed and have you be able to outpace them and blast them back. Or we can go with Sap Sipper to grant you an immunity to grass-type moves, even though in this set here we're not going to be utilizing your physical attack, but it is always nice to have an immunity. As for the EV spread, we'll be going with 252 in the HP, 252 into special attack, and 4 into speed, just to give you some all-around good natural bulk, and buff up that huge special attack, and on top of that we'll go with a modest nature to further boost your special attack. As for the moveset, the first one it gets, Draco Meteor, is a base 130 Dragon-type move with 90% accuracy, And this is a very, very powerful move, but there's a huge drawback. That means that once you use this move, you're going to be having your special attack lowered by 2 stages, which is not good. So this is basically like you're you're pretty much going to have someone take advantage of the fact that you could potentially switch out after the fact that you use Draco Meteor and have your special attack lowered by 2 stages. So if you don't want to have something like that happen to you, we can use Dragon Pulse, which is an alternative in this move slot. It's slightly weaker being at base 85 power, but 100% accuracy, and there's no drawbacks. So do you want more power or more reliability? It's really up to you. The next move that we'll be using is Fire Blast. Fire Blast incinerates anything that resists Draco Meteor, such as Steel types, for instance. Steel types are a huge pain in the ass for Goodra, so if you want to send in your Ferrothorns or, your Fortresses or your Scizors, well, guess what? You'll be roasted to a crisp with Fire Blast. Or, if you want to send in your Fairy-type Pokemon, thinking that you can absorb any Dragon-type Pokemon, Dragon-type moves, guess what? You're going to be getting a nice, big, poisonous bath in Sludge Wave, which is its third move, and this punishes Fairy-type Pokemon, and not to mention, it gives you really unique and awesome coverage. So, basically, you have, you just from those 2 moves, you have ways of dealing with Pokemon that resist Dragon-type moves. Fire Blast to deal with Steel types that resist Dragon-type moves, and Sludge Wave to deal with Fairies who are immune to Dragon-type moves. I'd say that's pretty awesome. And then the last move slot, you can either go with Thunderbolt for Electric-type coverage, Ice Beam for Ice-type coverage, not to mention you destroy, not just damage, destroy the likes of Landorus, Gliscor, Garchomp, Salamence. Like, holy shit. There's just so much stuff. And then we can use Muddy Water for really awesome water-type coverage with an added benefit of the possibility of lowering your opponent's accuracy by 1 stage. But it kind of pales in comparison to Ice Beam because whatever Muddy Water does, Ice Beam does better, pretty much. But I just thought I'd throw that in there because Muddy Water is a pretty awesome option regardless. That's basically all I have to say about this set. Time to move on to the next one. So this next set here has basically the same function as the last set, except this time, rather than being bulky and slow, we're going to be a little bit less bulky and respectively fast. And this is how it's done. So the item for choice, once again, Assault Vest or Choice Specs. Do you want more durability with Assault Vest or do you want more power with Choice Specs? It's up to you. As for the ability, you can either go with Gooey to take advantage of opponents making contact with you and dropping their speed by 1 stage, or you can have Sap Sipper to have a Grass-type immunity. As for the EV spread, 4 is going to go into defense, 252 into special attack, and 252 into speed, and we'll be going with a modest nature to further boost your special attack. Now, as for the moveset is the exact same as the last one. You can have Draco Meteor for immediate heavy damage. You can have Dragon Pulse for reliable damage if you don't like the recoil that Draco Meteor gives you. We got Fire Blast to deal with Steel types. We got Sludge Wave to deal with Fairy type Pokemon. And then the last move slot, it's up to you what kind of coverage you want. Do you want Electric type coverage with Thunderbolt? Do you want Ice type coverage with Ice Beam? Or do you want Water type coverage with Muddy Water? It's really up to you, and this set is as straightforward as anything. And like I said, it serves pretty much the same function as the last set, except in this situation, the EV spread is completely different, making you very fast instead of very slow and very bulky. So in this set here, we are going to be taking advantage of the fact that Goodra can be a very potent physical attacker, and we will be taking full advantage of Sap Sipper in this situation. So the item for choice is going to either be Assault Vest or Choice Band. Do you want more durability with Assault Vest, or do you want more power with Choice Band? It's up to you. All I can say is that a Choice Banded boosted Outrage is going to hurt like a bitch. The ability that we're going to be using is going to be Sap Sipper full on, not only to give you an immunity to Grass-type Pokemon, or sorry, Grass-type moves, holy shit, but also have that +1 attack boost, and that goes very well with this set, and it's just, it's gonna mess a lot of shit up. As for the EV spread, we'll be going with 252 into HP, 252 into attack, and 4 into speed, and we'll be going with an adamant nature to further boost your physical attack. As for the first move, is going to be Outrage, because Outrage is a very powerful base 120 physical dragon type move that goes on for 2 to 3 turns, and then you are confused once your rampage is over. Now, I will say this locks you in for 2 to 3 turns, so unless your opponent doesn't have any fairy Pokemon, I highly recommend you do not use this move Outrage right away unless every single fairy type Pokemon in that battle has been dealt with. The next move that we have is Earthquake. Earthquake is a very solid physical ground type move with base 100 power, base 100 accuracy. It's just an all around great move that punishes steel type Pokemon that resist Outrage. The next move slot, we either have Power Whip, which is a very solid base 120, 85 accuracy physical grass type move that just destroys the Mad Dog shit out of water, rock, and ground type Pokemon. And this also destroys Swampert, which is a Pokemon that is very threatening in the underused tier, especially in its Mega form. But if you're not worried about Swampert, then you can go with Superpower, which deals hella heavy damage in the form of the fact that it's a base 120 fighting type move that destroys any rock, dark, normal, ice, and steel type Pokemon. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. So that means that Pokemon that especially are 4 times weak to fighting type moves, such as Tyranitar, well, bye-bye, bitch, you just got superpowered to the face. Then we got Fire Punch. Fire Punch is a solid move for Goodra because it deals with Pokemon that either can't be damaged very much with Earthquake or Outrage, such as Skarmory. Well, guess what? Fire Punch is going to roast Skarmory. Well, you gotta do about 2 or 3 Fire Punches for that to happen. But even still, Fire Punch is a solid option if these two options don't work out for you. The last move slot, we have Iron Tail. Iron Tail is a great move to have to deal with Fairy type Pokemon because Fairy types happen to be weak to Steel type moves. It's base 100 power, base 75% accuracy, has a nifty chance to lower your opponent's defense by 1 stage, and it might not be the most accurate and most reliable, but when it hits, it hurts. Or do you want to have water type coverage with Aqua Tail? Aqua Tail is a solid base 90 power move with 90% accuracy with no secondary effects, but it's still a very powerful move. And lastly, you can use Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch, along with Fire Punch, are moves that it gets in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire move tutor, along with Superpower, that grants you insane coverage. When I said that this thing has a move pool deeper than the Atlantic Ocean, I was not shitting you. This is the real freaking deal right now. So this next set here is going to take a more speedy approach for Goodra, and it goes like this. So once again for the item of choice, you can either go with Assault Vest for more durability or Choice Band for more power. Please keep in mind that Assault Vest locks you into attacking moves only, and Choice Band locks you into one move where it boosts your attack power by 50%, and Assault Vest boosts your special defense by 50%. As for the ability, once again, will be Sap Sipper. Not only does it grant you an immunity to grass-type moves, but gives you that nifty +1 attack boost. As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into attack, 4 into defense, and 252 into speed, and we'll be going with an adamant nature. The moveset is the same as the last one. Outrage for very powerful dragon-type stab, Earthquake to deal very heavy damage to steel-type Pokemon, and also give very good coverage with dragon-type moves. We got Power Whip for grass-type coverage, Superpower for fighting-type coverage, Fire Punch for fire-type coverage. And then in the last move slot, we got Iron Tail for dealing with fairies, we got Aqua Tail for water-type coverage, Thunder Punch for electric-type coverage. So you got quite a bit to choose from in this set, and it's no different than the last set. The move set is the exact same, just the difference is the EV spread. So this next set here has a few different ways of usage, so pay close attention here. The items for choice for Goodra. You can either go with Damp Rock if you're going to go with Rain Dance, And basically what that move is it summons Rainfall for 5 turns, but with Damp Rock, it gets boosted up to 8 turns, which goes very well with Hydration, which is one of the abilities of choice, but I'll get to that in a moment. You can go with Leftovers for passive recovery, or we can go with Chesto Berry, considering that we have Rest as one of our moves. Chesto Berry allows you to awaken from a turn of sleep after you get put to sleep, so that's pretty awesome. As for the abilities, like I said, we can either go with Hydration if you're going to be going with Rain Dance, or we can go with Sap Sipper if you're not going to be going with Rain Dance. Hydration to protect you from any status afflictions while under the effects of rain. Sap Sipper to give you an immunity to grass and boost your physical attack by 1 stage. As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into HP, 4 into defense, and 252 into special defense, and we'll be going with the careful nature to further boost your special defense. Now just think about that for a second. At level 100, with full investment in your special defense with the careful nature, you are hitting almost 440 in the special defense. Like, there's no special attack that's going to break through you in one shot. There's just no way. That's insane. So as for the first move, we have Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is a base 60 physical type dragon move with 90% accuracy, and the added effect, it shuffles out your opponent, which means that you can set up all you want against Goodra, but guess what? You're going to get knocked back with Dragon Tail and forced to swap out, and this goes very good with any entry hazard damage that you have on the other side. Uh, like Dragon Tail or any other form of phasing moves, along with entry hazard damage, is such a deadly and annoying combo. The next move that we have is Curse. Curse drops your speed by 1 stage and increases your attack and defense by 1 stage. That's pretty awesome. And then we have Rest. Rest is a move that allows you to heal yourself fully of your HP and any status afflictions, but you are asleep for 2 turns. And see, that's where Chesto Berry comes in. Chesto Berry can awaken you from rest as soon as you get put to sleep. Um, but this all depends on this last move slot. If you are going to be using Rain Dance, I would recommend using Damp Rock because if I didn't say this already, uh, if you're going to be using Hydration with Rain Dance and Damp Rock, this basically means that you can set up curses all you want and you rest off any damage, and as long as Rain is on the field, you wake right back up after and you're ready for round fucking 27 to start setting up some more and just keep knocking everything back. However, I will say that if you use this set, like if Dragon Tail is your only offensive move, you are walled to shit by fairy type Pokemon. So just keep that in mind. Um, if you're not looking to have any rain support, then I would recommend going with Sleep Talk. And for Sleep Talk, I would recommend Leftovers. And I would recommend Sap Sipper because hydration will be kind of useless in this situation since we're not going to be needing to summon rain at all. So Sleep Talk with Rest is very good considering that it chooses uh, moves at random. You can either choose Curse for extra setup, Dragon Tail for a way to attack your opponents and shuffle them out. But unfortunately, if it chooses Rest, that's not going to do anything for you. Now, this is where Chesto Berry comes into play, because if you're not going to be using Rain Dance or Sleep Talk with the respective items, then you can use Thunder Punch for electric type coverage. That way you're not a total sit and duck for any fairies to prey upon you, because, oh, it's got Thunder Punch, it's going to beat you. But if that's not enough, we also got Fire Punch, because Fire Punch deals very well with Steel-type Pokemon. So, I hope that you guys followed me through on this set. Took a little bit of explaining, but this set and its many ways of usage is pretty straightforward. So this next moveset is going to take an annoying as hell approach. And it goes like this. So the item for choice for Goodra, you can either go with Leftovers for passive recovery at the end of each turn, or you can go with Binding Band. And what Binding Band does is it increases the damage output of any trapping moves, such as Wrap or Infestation or Fire Spin. And it just so happens this guy gets Infestation. So that is going to seriously mess with your opponents because they can't switch out And if they can't do anything to Goodra, that's going to really cause some rage. So the ability for Cheice is going to be Sap Sipper due to the fact that it grants you a free immunity to grass-type moves, which means that you can't be spored or sleep powdered either. So as for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into HP, 252 into physical defense, 4 into speed, and we'll go with the bold nature to further boost your physical defense. As for the first move, we got Infestation, which is a base 20 bug type move on the special side that traps your opponents for 4 to 5 turns and causes 1/8 damage, but with Binding Ban, that increases to 1/6. So that is going to be crazy. And you pair that with Toxic, which is a move that allows you to inflict status upon opponents that worsens in damage every single turn. You pair that up with the damage from Infestation, your opponent is not going to be seeing the light of day within like 3 or 4 turns. And if that isn't enough, we got the Rest and Sleep Talk combo going on, which is annoying as hell because just when you think that you got this guy down, nope, it's just going to Rest and Sleep Talk away, and it can choose anything that Sleep Talk wants. It can choose Infestation to just further rub into the face and cause that little extra damage. It can Toxic you, or it can be a pest and choose Rest even though you're already asleep. But anyways, this is a very basic set that just it has such awesome ways of just completely fucking with your opponent. It's so good. It kind of reminds me of Cradily, like a Pokemon that is highly underrated, and I might actually do a video for in the near future. But you ever heard of the whole Cradily will fuck you up kind of thing? It's like that's basically what Goodra is Goodra will fuck you up. Even though it looks cute as hell, do not mess with it. It's insane. So in this set, it's more or less an alternate EV spread. It has the same intent and the same moveset as the last set presented. It's meant to be annoying as fuck. But in this situation, rather than being physically bulky, well, more or less mixed bulky, because without any investment in your special defense, you're hitting over 330. That's insane. But with a calm nature, you're hitting almost 440, which is even more insane. So as for the the item, once again, will be leftovers or Binding Ban. You want leftovers for passive recovery or Binding Ban to increase the damage of Infestation after every turn. As for the ability, once again, will be Sap Sipper because, hey, what better than a free immunity? Especially to grass, which means no Spore, no Sleep Powder to deal with. And then as for the EV spread, we got 252 into HP, 252 into special defense, and 4 into speed. And to further boost your special defense, we'll be going with Calm Nature. As for the moveset, like I said, it's the exact same. You want Infestation to trap and cause damage to your opponents. You want Toxic to build up some racking damage and plus further speed up the process of wearing down and destroying your opponents and making them go into a fit of rage and rage quit. And then we got the Rest and Sleep Talk combo, if that isn't bad enough. Rest and Sleep Talk will keep this thing healthy and alive throughout the entire battle, and it's gonna cause so many gray hairs for your opponent. That's basically all I gotta say about this set. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as the last set, just the difference is the EV spread. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this super long yet super fun video on how to use Goodra. There are many ways to use Goodra, so do not limit your way of using Goodra to one set. There are many different ways you can use it, and all of which are just as good in different ways. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to leave a like and even share this video to all your friends. It really helps my channel, this video, and its contents. If you want to see more videos like the one that you just saw, then please feel free to hit up that subscribe button and join the Mega Express today. Also, be sure to leave me your feedback about this video in the comment section down below. Whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, was there something I missed, or is there something that you would like to see me upload in the near future? Also, before I go, I would just like to point out that over the last few uploads, over like a 20 to 30 minute period, I would have someone dislike my video. And I'm not sure what it is about my videos that warrants a dislike from that particular person. But if you think that you're trying to, shoot down my videos or do me no favors, you're actually doing me and my channel a huge favor by rating my videos. It doesn't matter whether you like or dislike my videos. If you dislike my videos just to be funny, I mean, the joke's on you because you're actually, like I said, doing my channel a favor by giving my videos ratings. So you're actually helping my channel and its videos get that much more recognition. So I thank you very much. Good on ya. Anyways, guys, have a good night. I shall see you guys next upload.